Hello, this is Slate with Combo of Rocks, bringing you another video deck tech of a deck that we built and have one for sale on the TikTok shop. If you're not familiar with us, make and sell custom budget EDH decks. These decks are light on the budget, so they may not be optimal or competitive, but they're definitely fun and centered on an essential theme that you can build on. Today we have Geist of St. Traft, which is one blue-white for a 2/2 legendary spirit cleric with hexproof, so it can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. Whenever it attacks, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying that's tapped and attacking. Exile that token at end of combat. So this is a Voltron deck. Since he has hexproof, we can easily equip him with a bunch of auras and then go to town with an extra angel token to back him up. But let's get into the deck.
Rocks assemble budget terror. I see a darkness in my cards tonight. The graveyard shift this year, no error. Reanimating creatures in the pale moonlight. Drain the life, the mana is the key to building spooky decks for you and me. Rocks assemble broken dreams. Rocks assemble budget terror.
We have an alternate commander in Bruna, Light of Alabaster, 3 white blue for 5/5 legendary angel with flying and vigilance. When it attacks or blocks, you may attach to it any number of auras onto the battlefield and put onto the battlefield attached to it any number of auras that could enchant it from your graveyard and or hand. So just another big creature that we can put a bunch of auras on. We have Hana Ship's Navigator, 1 blue-white for a 1/2 legendary human artificer. Pay 1 blue-white tap, return an artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Just a good recursion commander. Sovereigns of Lost Allura, 4 blue-white for a 4/5 spirit with Exalted. Whenever a creature attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, you may search your library for an aura card that can enchant that creature, put it on the battlefield attached to that creature, then you shuffle your library. Invocation of St. Traft, 1 blue-white for an enchant creature aura. Whenever this creature attacks, put a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Exile that token at end of combat. Doubling up on our Geist of St. Traft. Bioorganic Carapace, 2 blue-white for an artifact equipment. Whenever this equipment enters, attach it to a creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, and as whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card for each modified creature you control. A modified creature has an equipment aura or a counter on it with Equip 2. We have Invasion of Theros, 2 and white for a 4 battle point siege. So when it enters, whenever it enters, search your library for an aura, god, or demigod. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. On the backside, if you're able to deal 4 battle points to it, it is a 4/4 Afara Ever Sheltering. Legendary enchantment creature god, has lifelink and indestructible so as long as you control at least 3 other enchantments. Whenever another enchantment enters under your control, draw a card. Pearl Earl, Imperial Advisor, 1 white for a 3/4 legendary Fox Advisor with lifelink. Enchantment spells, you have infinity for auras, so they cost 1 less for each aura you control. Whenever you cast an aura spell that targets a modified permanent you control, draw a card. Sun Titan, 4 white for a 6/6 giant with vigilance. When it enters or attacks, you may return a permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Again, just some good recursion. Tempest Technique, 3 and a white for an enchantment aura with storm, so copy it for each other spell you've cast this turn before it. Enchant creature you control, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. Saram Senior Edificer, 1 white for a 2/2 legendary creature dwarf advisor. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. Thassa, God of the Sea, 2 blue for 5/5 legendary enchantment creature god that's indestructible. If your devotion is less than 5 blue, it isn't a creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Pay 1 blue, target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. We also have Menrox and Azorius Signet, Talisman of Progress. Ring of the Lucy, 4 mana legendary artifact taps for 2 colors, or 2 tap, pay a life to tap a non-land permanent. Fireman Vessel, 4 mana artifact enters taps for 2 mana of different colors, so blue-white in this deck. Marble Diamond, 2 mana artifact enters taps for white, as well as Sky Diamond is the blue version. Mind Stone, 2 mana artifact, taps for colorless, 1 tap and sack to draw a card. We also have Soul Ring and Arcane Signet, of course. Wayfarer's Bauble, 1 mana artifact, 2 tap, sack, search your library for basic land, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Sun Spider, Nimble Weber, 3 blue-white hybrid for a 3/2 legendary spider human hero. During your turn, it has flying. When it enters, search your library for an aura or equipment, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Steel of the Godhead, 2 blue-white hybrid for an enchant creature aura. Enchanted creature is white, it gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. If it's blue, it gets +1/+1 and is unblockable. If it's both, it gets +2/+2 lifelink and unblockable. Afara's Enlightenment, 1 blue-white enchantment creature aura. When it enters, put a 1/1 counter on an enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has flying. Whenever a creature enters under your control, you can return it to your hand, again to put another 1/1 counter on it, or when you recast it, or trigger another enchantment ability. Staggering Insight, blue-white, enchant aura creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1, lifelink, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Inquisitive Glimmer, blue-white for a 2/3 enchantment creature, Fox Glimmer. Enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Unlock cost 1 less to play. The unlock isn't important in this deck. It's just making our auras and enchantments cost 1 less. Transcendent Envoy, 1 white for 1/2 enchantment creature, Griffin with flying. Aura spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Starnheim Courser, 2 and a white for a 2/2 Pegasus with flying. Artifact and enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Mesa Enchantress, 1 white for a 0/2 human druid. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. Ethereal Armor, 1 white, enchants a creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control and has first strike. All that glitters, 1 and white, enchant aura, enchants creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment you control. Face of Divinity, 2 and white, enchantment creature aura. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 as long as an aura is attached to that creature as first strike and lifelink. Sage's Reverie, 3 and white, enchant creature aura. When it enters, draw a card for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura you control that's attached to that creature. Commanding Presence, 3 and white, enchanted creature gets +2/+2. And first strike, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Open the Armory, 1 white, sorcery, search your library for an aura, equipment, reel to put in your hand, then shuffle. Angelic Gift, 1 white, enchants a creature. When it enters, draw a card. Enchanted creature has flying. Spectral Steel, 1 white, enchants a creature, gets +2/+2. If it's in your graveyard, you can pay 1 and white and exile it from your graveyard to return another aura equipment from your graveyard to your hand. Auramancer, 2 and white, 2/2 human wizard. When it enters, you may return an enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Karamech's Blessing, 1 white instant, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's an enchantment or enchanted creature, it also gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Make a Stand, 2 and white instant, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Rootborn Defenses, 2 and white instant, you populate, so create a token that's a copy of a creature token you control, such as an angel token. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Dismantling Blow, 2 and white instant with kicker, 2 and a blue. Destroy an artifact or enchantment. If you kicked it, you also draw 2 cards. Make your move, 2 and white instant, destroys an artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. Seal of Cleansing, 1 and white enchantment, you can sack it to destroy an artifact or enchantment. Temporal Isolation, 1 white enchant aura with flash. Enchanted creature has shadow, so it can't be blocked or block a creature unless it has shadow. Prevent all damage that would be dealt by enchanted creature. Basically removes the creature from the game, except for activated abilities, of course. But dealing damage doesn't do anything, and it can't block unless your creature has shadow, which we don't have any creatures with shadow. Pentarch Ward, 2 and white, enchanted creature. When it enters, choose a color. When it enters, draw a card. Enchanted creature has protection from the chosen color, but it doesn't remove this. Kithkin Armor, 1 white, enchanted creature. Enchanted creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or less. You can sack it to prevent all damage to enchanted creature from any one source. Conviction, 1 and white, enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+3. You can pay white to return it to your hand so it doesn't go to the graveyard if your creature is destroyed, or you can just use it to recast again to, trigger enter the battlefield effects with auras. Auramancer's Geist, 2 blue, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it and has vigilance. Arcane Flight, 1 blue aura. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and is flying. Stratus Walk, 1 blue, enchant creature. When it enters, draw a card. Enchanted creature has flying, can only block creatures with flying. Rousing Raid, 2 and a blue, enchants a creature. When it enters, draw 2 cards and discard a card. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and is flying. Tricks of the Trade, 3 and a blue, enchants a creature, gets +2/+0 and is unblockable. Astral Wingspan, 4 and a blue with Convoke, so you can tap your creatures to help cast the colorless in the cost. When it enters, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has flying. Fumble, 1 and a blue instant, return a creature to its owner's hand. Gain control of all auras and equipment that were attached to it, then attach them to target creature. The ultimate, I'm going to get all of your stuff. Counterspell for 2 blue, counter target spell. The Gate, 1 and a blue, counters a non-creature spell. Disdainful Stroke, 1 and a blue, counters a spell with mana value 4 or greater. Amazing Acrobatics, 1 blue instant, choose 1 or both. Counter target spell or tap up to 1 or 2 target creatures. Refute, 1 blue instant, counters a spell, then draw and discard a card. Honest Work, 1 blue, enchants a creature, only one that an opponent controls. When it enters, tap enchanted creature and remove all counters from it. It loses all abilities and is a citizen with base power and toughness 1/1 and taps for colorless named Humble Merchant. Just a good removal spell for 1 blue. Almost removal. Witness Protection, 1 blue, enchants a creature, loses all abilities, is a green-white citizen that's a 1/1 named Legitimate Business Person. Bind the Monster, 1 blue, enchant aura, enchants a creature. When it enters, tap the creature, it deals damage to you equal to its power. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Into some lands, we have Mystic Gate, Adakar Waste, Prairie Stream, Irrigated Farmland, Skycloud Expanse, Temple of Enlightenment, Azorius Chancery, North Pole Gates, Skybridge Towers, University Campus, this one can surveil, Azorius Guild Gate, Abandoned Campground, Lonely Arroyo, Rogue's Passage taps your colors. 4-tap, target creature can't be blocked this turn. Mirrored Landscape enters tap, taps your colors. 2-tap and sack, search for 2 basics that share basic land type. They go into the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Command Tower, of course, and then some basic plains and islands. That's the deck. I hope you enjoyed it, but we'll see you next time.